Hello there. It's been a while. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela Nzilani. I'm a transformational coach and I'm a healed healer. And I'm the CEO of Angelic Achievers, where we transform ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. And that is what I am here for. That is my purpose. That is why God created me. And when I discovered that, I realized that if I don't work on it, if I don't work on myself, then I'm not going to achieve the best that I can. I had to enroll myself into classes. I had to work on myself. I had to study myself. I had to study my environment and to get the best out of it, out of every opportunity that I can. Now, I wanted to talk to you about personal leadership and my version of how I understand it. And personal leadership for me is being able to have three major things, which are, of course, very broad. And these things are number one, clarity. And the first clarity that you need to have is clarity of yourself, because you cannot lead anyone when you don't know how to lead yourself. You cannot lead anything that you do not understand. So you understand yourself by first being clear about who you are, what you're here for. Getting to understand the things that make you, getting to understand what makes you sad, what makes you cry, what makes you behave the way you behave, what makes you attract the kind of people that you've been attracting in your life, what makes you emotional in the way that you have been. So being clear about yourself is getting to understand so many things about you, the things that make you. How did you grow up to be able to be the kind of person that you are? What are the things that your caregivers put in you for you to allow your subconscious mind to tell you the things that it tells you about yourself? What are the things that you say to yourself? And I ask you these questions so that you go back and sit on your own and get to understand yourself. Get to ask yourself these questions, because they're the ones that are going to guide you into answering the clarity about yourself. So you need to be very clear about yourself. You need to understand how is your spirituality? What do you believe in? Do you have an upper power that you believe in? And how is the level of your faith? What is it that, how do you relate to your maker? How is the level of your faith? Because faith has levels. There are so many ways that we can measure our faith. And the first one is, maybe just to mention one, is just by praying and believing that it's going to happen, and see whether it is really going to happen. Because the Bible says, I'm a believer of the Bible. The Bible says that ask and it shall be given to you. So how do you ask? How do you believe? How do you interpret every answer that God gives you? So we all have faith, but our levels differ. So what is your level of faith? You need to, being clear about those things, the things that make you the kind of person that you are. Another thing that you need to be clear about is your purpose. What are you here for? Clarity about your purpose. You cannot lead yourself when you don't know where you're going, when you don't know what you're here for, what God created you here for. Everyone has a purpose. Everyone has a reason for being here. So who are you serving? And or what fulfills you? What are those things that you do? What is that thing that you do that makes you, have your A game? What are the things that make you bounce? The things that make you laugh the most. What is that thing that you do, and it makes you want to wake up the following day and keep going, whether you're being paid for it or not? What is that thing that you run to when you hear people calling? So that could be your purpose. So ask yourself, and of course, when I talk about those things, they are not the things that are inclined on the negative side of life, but positive side of life. So you need to be clear about what your purpose is. Another thing you need to be clear about is who you're here to serve. Who do you want to serve with your purpose? Everyone has a gift. So, and your gift can only, your gift can only be very useful if you're using it on other people. So what is it that, who is that person that you can serve with your gift? So you will need to identify and be very clear about that person. How do they look like? What is their pain point? What do they lack? What is it that they are lacking that they need to get from you? What is, what makes them different from others? How do you differentiate them? And another thing you need to be clear about is your vision. Where do you want to go? And one way of being clear, and the best way of being clear about your vision, is having a mission statement. My mission statement is transforming ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. And how I do that is by training people into getting to understand who they are, getting to understand what they have gone through, getting to forgive, getting to heal. So it's basically going through the journey of healing. And when I talk about healing, it doesn't necessarily have to be pain. It can be healing from, getting the clarity, getting to be in peace with your past, because everyone has a past. Everyone has things that their subconscious mind believes in, and they need to get to understand life from a different angle. They need to maybe change a little things about themselves. Maybe they are not happy with their jobs. Maybe they're not happy with your relationship. Maybe you're not happy with yourself either. You're not happy with the way you behave, the kind of habits that you have, things that you want to change about yourself. So all that can be put in one bracket of healing, because we walk through the journey of having a totally different life, different values, different behaviors, aligning your behaviors with who you want to be, who you want to become, who you want to serve, where you want to go. So you align everything about you to that thing, that main goal that you want to achieve. So when we are talking about personal leadership, we need to be very clear about these things. We need to be clear about ourselves. We need to be clear about our goal, where we're going. We need to be clear about our purpose. And we need to be very clear also about who it is that we want to serve, who it is that we are here to serve, because you're not here for everyone. You're here just for, just a few. Or maybe, yeah, you could be the one changing the world. Your message could be picked by one person, and that person may be able to change the world in that way. Then your purpose has been achieved, because you have managed to serve by just sharing whatever it is with the right people, who are able to now share with the ones who need it. So don't be shy with your purpose. Don't be shy with whatever it is that you want, you have to serve with, whatever gift that God has given you. So personal leadership is also about, being clear with it's not just clarity, but also you need to have so you need to have a vision, you need to have a purpose, and you need to have clarity of yourself, clarity of your gifts, what God has given you, and clarity of the person you need to serve. So when we are talking about personal leadership, is being able to stand up for yourself, being able to bring the best to the world, the best of yourself to the world, being able to, to identify those qualities that make you and work on them and make them even much better so that you can be able to push them to the world, because we are not just here for a few. I don't believe I'm here for a few. I believe I have a message for the world, and that's why God has been opening doors for me from all corners of the world, and very grateful to serve, because I am only thriving. I only thrive when I serve. I only bounce when I serve. Women don't bounce, but we it's called, yeah, we catwalk. So or we model. That's when I get that kind of a walk, when I serve, when I'm able to, to inspire someone to transfer for transformation, when I'm able to just say a word that will change a life, when I'm able to share my story, and through my story somebody stops committing suicide, or maybe they embrace life in a stronger way, in a positive way. That's what I'm here for, and that's why my mission statement is transforming ordinary people into extraordinary achievers, because everyone is an achiever, and an achiever for me is that person who is willing to embrace life, who is willing to embrace change, who is willing to heal and start the journey of transformation, the journey of healing. So it's about the will. For me, if you have the will, you're already an achiever, because it's only a matter of time. What the difference between you, who is going through whatever you're going through, but you have the will, and the person who has already achieved maybe the dreams that you admire out there, the difference between the two of you is time. And time is something that we can work on. Nobody knows how long they're going to be here for. So it's better you start now, start working on yourself, start embracing change, start embracing transformation, start embracing healing, because unless you start healing, then you may not never achieve what it is that you want to achieve. So you better start now. You better start. The miracle starts. I mean, the miracle comes when you start. And you never know. When you start, doors just start opening. When you start, people listen to you. People are out there waiting for your gift, waiting, because it's already been assigned for them. You've already been assigned by God that you're going to touch those people. So what are you waiting for? I want you to enroll to my classes, to my program. If you're stuck, if you feel stuck, if you feel, uh, moving forward, if you feel pain, whatever it is, whatever kind of pain it is, we will deal with it, and we will find a way. We will work through the program. We will find clarity. We will find purpose, and we will find something for you to do. If you want to change your job and you're not sure, talk to me. I'm going to be able to guide you through whatever it is that you're doing. If you want to embrace maybe a new line of business, because of course, when you start moving, you realize that you need to have several streams of income. So we will even find that clarity of what else do you want to do? What else can you do to grow yourself, to start, earning more? If you want to even learn how to start manifesting things into your life, talk to me. I will be able to guide you into how to manifest whatever it is that you want. And manifestation, of course, comes in levels. You manifest for what you want being realistic about your life, being realistic about where you are. And yeah, you start seeing your life changing slowly by slowly, because still the time factor matters. But remember, the people who have also achieved the things that they have achieved have been given 24 hours in a day, just like you have. So the difference between you and them is they're achieving more in their 24 hours. What are you doing with your 24 hours? How are you being able to, to um, define a ritual? Someone told me not to say ritual, but instead say, um, instead of even the word is disappearing. Instead of calling it a ritual, you call it routine. Yes. Instead of calling it ritual, a life ritual, call it your routine. What is your daily routine of life? And could it be sabotaging you, or could it be helping you to become better, to grow, to achieve more? Because when you start your personal leadership journey, you realize that you even achieve more than what you have been achieving, what you've been achieving before. You become more emotionally stable because you even know how to relate with people better. You become a better communicator. You communicate to pass a message. You listen to understand instead of listening to respond, because that is our weakness as human beings. We feel that we have all the answers. Everyone has all the answers out there. Nobody knows everything. Nobody knows everything, including, those gurus. They still need others to rely on. So being able to learn and admit and accept that you want to, you're still empty. There are parts about you that are empty that you need to fill up. And remember, you can only serve from an overflow to be able to be fulfilled. Because when you serve from a half cup, you're fetching from your already half cup. When you serve from a full cup, you are still reducing whatever it is in your cup, but you need to overflow. You need, when you get to a place where you feel maybe you're stuck and you want to add more value to yourself, you can even take a stop, you can take a break and start adding value, thinking of what you need to get rid of in your mind, in your life, in your house, and you add more. You keep on refilling and refilling until it overflows, so that you serve from your overflow. When you serve from your cup, you become deficient. You start becoming deficient. You start feeling like um you start getting tired of the service. So you may feel that and start asking yourself if you're really living your purpose, because when you're living your purpose, you're supposed to be happy. Generally, you're supposed to be feeling happy and, complete and fulfilled. But sometimes you may be living your purpose, but you're not happy, you're not feeling fulfilled. And that is because you're not serving from your overflow. There's something that you're doing, you're not putting in yourself yet. There's something that you need to work on yourself, so that you bring the best out of you. So look at what it is that you've not achieved yet. And remember that you don't even need anything out there to be able to serve. Whatever you need, you already have. If it is, when I started my videos, you can see my first videos, they are really poor quality, because I was using a phone which was, poor quality phone. But I needed to pass my message. I had to pass my message. And I believed that I have what it takes. I have what I need to be able to serve. So ask yourself, what do I have? Look around you. Who are the people you have to be able to serve or to start? What are the people around you willing to offer? What are the people around you willing to share with you? What are the things you have that you can use? I've come to get to where I am because of people, friends, and even strangers. Actually, mostly the strangers have held my hand even more than friends have. So look around you. You may think that you only have you, but if you get out there, you will find more. You will find that you're even more enriched. Many times when I feel low and I pray to God to help me, and I feel like I'm lacking, I feel I'm struggling, guess what He does? He sends me someone to serve. God sends me someone to serve when I feel low, when I ask Him for, to hold my hand, to help me to. And I remember when I told Him that I'm done asking for help. I'm not going to ask for help from people again. He sent me people from the world. People would call me from America, from the UK, from all over the world, asking for help. Others just willing to hold my hand. And people worked with me, and I've seen God's hand just by being willing to serve. So, what are you doing with yourself to be able to bring the best to the world? There's a lot you can do. Enroll to my class. Call my number. Inbox me, angeliqueachievers@gmail.com. I'll be able to get back to you. Or follow me on Angela Nzilani on social media platforms. I will be able to also, or leave a comment, leave a text. Follow me here, subscribe to my channel, and let us continue hearing. If you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and be ready to hear more, be ready to be inspired, be ready to learn more, because there's a lot more in this spot. Thank you for being with me. See you around. See you soon. I will be happy to share with you much more. And please pass your comments, pass your questions. They will be attended to. Don't shy. You may be an answer to the world. You never know. So thank you for being with me, and please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Bye for now.